All right, what up? Fortnite Group A should be getting started. Sorry for the late notice on the match code. We got our scheduled match starting here at 3:30. I've been getting some other messages going, so. All right, so we got Tomb on board for today. So again, the lobby code can be found on the game day procedures. It's also available in the Discord server for you to be able to join today's match. These will be our final matches of the regular season. Top 6 from this pool will advance to the state championship next Wednesday, starting at 4:15. We have today, pretty sure Walden has locked up Pool A with 264 points. Wisconsin Lutheran, Two Rivers, Bigfoot, Slinger, and Bayport round out your top 6. Bayport sitting at 92 points. Close behind them is Kimberly A and Cyber School A, and even Grafton B is pretty close. So there is the possibility, and again, this is a virtual state championship because we do not have 100 computers, and there are not any colleges in the state of Wisconsin that have 100 machines that would allow us to have an in-person LAN for next week. So we will be doing it virtual. You can tune in right here on our main channel in order to go ahead and watch live. Other big announcements, something that hasn't been made public yet, but you're the first ones to get to know this. We are moving to a platform. We are officially losing the roster sheets. We're losing our spreadsheets for you coaches and advisors. We're going to an easier platform to register and to create and control your teams. It's also going to do all the scheduling and matchmaking for you, so you don't have to worry about as much. We are officially moving to a platform. Look for an email in the next couple of days. Once I get some of the documentation put together, I have a meeting tonight at 6 o'clock with the platform. So we're going to go through some of the basics, and I'm going to make sure that I get all of the documentation necessary. All right, we got 45 in the lobby today. I know, well, we shouldn't have any issues tomorrow. But the one thing that I will say that I know that we're going to have some issues with is next week's state championship is going to be on a new chapter. So we will... Everybody's going to be kind of coming at this from a new perspective next week because nobody will have as much play time on the new chapter. So we'll have to wait and see how that pans out. Personally, I'm okay with that. I think it's interesting that all of these teams will kind of be dropped back down to 0, and we'll kind of see just who has the raw talent in order to go ahead and progress after 3 rounds. All right, so I am waiting in order to hear back from a couple of teams. Wisconsin Lutheran said that they were having some issues. Again, if you run into matchmaking issues, please just email me, DM me on Discord, send me a carrier pigeon or something so that way I know that we should be waiting for you. I got my message. right, we got a couple more. Excuse me. Couple more in. Trying to verify with a couple schools that they're getting in. Again, so we do have a new platform that we're moving to. It's going to be pretty sweet. You're going to be able to go ahead and just send a email code to your players and they'll be able to join your team. It's clicks of buttons. And you want to know what's really great from my end? It will link to your game account. So even if you're one of those people that changes your username every single week in Fortnite, it'll actually just make it really easy for me. It'll collect all the evidence for me. So I'm really, really excited about that. I just got an email. We got another school that's working. Okay. Couple more with issues, so we'll just hold off here for a minute. But yeah, so the new platform, we'll be able to create all of our seasons. We'll be able to go ahead and easily verify who students are. Cool things, you'll be able to go ahead and limit students to your domain name even, so you can't have outside users even join your team. Like they would have to use their whatchamacallits, their school email addresses. So should be pretty cool. I'm excited that we're finally on a platform. I think having 100+ teams utilizing a spreadsheet is not super conducive. So all right, just waiting again. Lobby code can be found on the game day procedures and in the announcements channel on Discord. Today is our last match of these regular season. Top 6 from this pool will advance to the state championship on March 15th, starting at 4:15. It is a virtual state championship. You can watch it live here on the main channel. All right, so we got one school in. We are waiting for one more. I'm going to give them another 2 minutes in order to email me. 3:35, looking to go ahead and get started. All right, so we're up to 55, so I'm hoping that means that I should be getting that email here real quick. Oh, then we lose one. Oops, didn't mean to send that email twice. I'm sorry. All right, so we got one school that's still getting the matchmaking error, and then I just got word from somebody that their third player has just shown up, so we'll give them a minute to try to get in as well. Again, it's the last one of the season, so I want to try to make sure that those teams that are kind of right there and everybody gets their last opportunity. I may try to go ahead and run run some Fortnite stuff here soon. I have another meeting tomorrow about potentially organizing something regarding Fortnite. So keep your eyes and ears open in the Discord and for an email from me. So. All right, I can't wait too much longer here. Ace Gaming, you get your other party member in there? Awesome. All right, there is a larger number in, so I'm hoping that that's our individuals. They said that they're having a matchmaking error. I'm gonna hover over the start match. So that way too, that we can pick up Tomb. Oh, there's 2 more. All right. 5, 4, 3, got an email. All right, they're in. All right, time's up. Let's go. Leroy Jenkins. All right. Let's go ahead and call our buddy Tomb.
Hello.
Afternoon, Tomb. How are you?
Great. How are you today, Mike?
I am living the dream. It is finals this week, so it's going to be a whirlwind of a week.
Finals, damn.
Yeah, we're on
That's rough.
trimesters at my school, so.
Oh, that makes sense. Do you like the difference between trimesters and semesters?
So it depends. Like I like trimesters because we meet an hour a day, and we can get through a lot of content that way, and it's a great way in order to like get to kind of know everybody a little bit better. But I will say that I do like semesters for block scheduling because I think it's easier for students to have some time in between in order to get their work done. So I like both.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's great seeing you. Obviously, both at the Wisconsin Esports Summit on Monday.
Yeah, I was blown away with how many people were there. So
I was surprised too, and you were like a panelist too. You were talking about education K through 12 with esports.
yep. I had Jake from Minnesota Varsity League in there, and then Dylan Gentlecore from UW River Falls, and he's also on the board for the Indiana Esports Network. So we had 3 different state educator organizations present on Monday. So
Really cool. And obviously, I'm assuming you had fun there.
oh yeah. There are people that I only know by their Discord handle, so it's kind of cool to get to meet some people IRL sometimes.
Wisconsin Lutheran gets a kill. Yeah. I didn't really know that many people there. I had people come up to me who knew me, but I didn't know them. You were probably the only person outside of Carthage that I knew. But it was great meeting you. Obviously, I was there because I was running stream production, or I ran like half of it for the Rocket League event going on. That was pretty cool. And then obviously the Rocket League finals going to Game 7.
And Madison College taking down Milwaukee. I think that's a pretty big deal.
It is, and obviously like they have a top 500 player. She missed on their team, Milwaukee. You can tell Milwaukee the first few games, like obviously they were good, but they didn't really have that chemistry because that was their first time playing together. Because Mist was actually a substitute because one of their other starters couldn't make it. But,
Really?
Yeah. I thought it was overall an amazing event. I got there early to help set up, and I saw everything. Got to talk to a few people. So yeah, that was really cool. I mean, I didn't expect the Brewers to be there. That was really cool.
The Brewers have kind of been working on some stuff on the side, which is really cool to see. Originally, they were talking about trying to host something at one point. I know there was like speculation and planning to like try to get them to do something on like the Jumbotron in Miller Park.
Ooh.
But I think that was right around the time that COVID came into play, and that shut down a lot of that conversation. So.
Yeah, because I was talking to Zach Nye, their entertainment coordinator. I have his business card. But he was just talking about how like the technology that they're doing there, like they're trying to get like the whole community involved. Like even if you don't play baseball, they're trying to get people to like the idea of having baseball video games. And I mean, overall, they did. I thought they had a very fun station, as it was a home run simulator online with VR Oculus and a bat thingy of some sort. I also got to talk to a lot of people there. Big thanks to Stream Dudes. They helped the Carthage stream a tad bit. Camera work. We got to use like a brand new state-of-the-art camera. Nice. I thought overall it was set up pretty well. Couldn't have asked for much more.
The first one was really cool. We did it like over in the Deer
District. Like a bar.
Yeah. And that felt a little bit more cramped. This was like you have a lot more ability to go and talk and meet and actually get to experience a lot of stuff, which was a lot cooler in my opinion.
Yeah. As Fortnite Fish is pushing up, picking up 2 knocks and eliminations.
Yeah, this is our Walden team. This is #1 team right here. So.
And Trulick isn't playing this week, unless if he changes Epic.
Yeah, changed the name.
To Ken Carson.
Yes, I did that 2 weeks ago. So that was. I've been complaining the last couple of weeks because students keep changing their display names, and it makes it really hard for me to update my stat sheet really fast.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So anytime they add a period or like change it to a TTV or something like that above their name, like it adds time for me to update my stat sheet. So.
As Wisconsin Lutheran is going up and cranking in this battle here. Third party shots fired. I'm assuming that's what was that, Penguins teammate? Looking to get the reboot card and hopefully disengaging here. I'm excited for next year's esports summit though, because they have everything planned out for that as well too.
How'd you do the other weekend for the collegiate series, the duos?
You know what? We don't need to talk about that.
Oh, okay.
Because Jake wasn't there, and yeah, that's about it.
Didn't go so well, huh?
Jake wasn't there. I played with my friend who was not the best, and yeah, we placed 23rd with 23 points. If Jake was there, I feel like we could have gone top 4 for sure. I don't know if we would have won it, because we did have a pro in our lobby. Redux. He has, I think, 74k PR, about 20k earned. He was dominating. The first 3 games, he won basically solo. The first game, his duo died like before half and half, and then he got a 14 kill win.
Oh my.
That game. The second game, his duo DC had another 14 kill win. And the third game, they got a 21 kill win. But then Redux had to leave and could not play the last 2 games because he had to play in FNCS Grand Finals.
Oh.
So yeah, that ended up dropping them down to 2nd place as Team Twaddle ended up placing 1st. And Twaddle is really good too, I'll give him that. last game, I had the chance to fight him. Because at the last game, at that point, we were goofing off. So we landed on a team. We beat them. We kept W King at that point because we had 20 points. So then we went to Frenzy. My teammate died right away, and then I was screaming as I 1v2'd a team very well, in which it gave me confidence. And my teammate's like, "Okay, you 1v2'd, get my reboot." I'm like, "No, you're slowing me down." So I kept W King, ran into Twaddle's team, and almost 1v2'd them. But
Nice job
Twaddle.
there by Brick Breaker turning this.
yeah, turning the tide and ends up picking the elimination. Good angles, using elevation. Dude, who's in the water? What? Shh. Someone south of the map is deep in the water. Like dead side. But yeah, so that's how my collegiate tournament went. Not the best. And then we have no build season coming up. And I did a no build game yesterday. But there's other complications with no builds that there's other complications with that season coming up that I'm not gonna get to on stream, but it's just a pain. However, we'll say Carthage College does have some good new recruits coming in next year. I got a chance to play with one of them, and yeah, I'm excited for the future of Carthage Fortnite, and I'm excited for the future of WIH SEA Fortnite, as state finals seems to like it's gonna be really stacked. I'm wondering if in state finals if there's gonna be still heavy fighting in W King, or if it'll be more calmed down, a bit more people in endgame.
Well, so I talked a little bit early on in the cast that the chapter's ending on Friday, and so
Yeah, so it's gonna be a brand new season.
yeah, and I think it's
kinda
really
got
going to
lucky
show
the chapter
who's
didn't end today.
fundamentally better at the game, because everybody will be on a fresh new start.
I don't think it will have to do with fundamentals. I think it has to do with how willing people to adapt.
Sure.
So some people will go onto Twitter and start screaming that, oh, this meta's horrible, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, the meta is made for a reason. If you can adapt to the meta, you will dominate. And the people who take the time, you don't even need to play to adapt to the meta. Like, some people say like, oh, but I don't play that much. There's videos you can watch. Watch how other pros play. Pick up simple things like that. That way, when you go into state finals next week, you'll hopefully have an edge onto the other teams that you won't have. Because, as you said, the season's coming out Friday. There's a lot that there's a lot of tricks people can learn in a week, and it will show those teams who are higher up, and I guess they will ultimately perform better.
Yeah, I think the adaptability to the new meta will usually, again, the next thing too that we see is we have a clear gap on top 6 in each of our pools. We have some that are closer than others, and I think once we get all 30 of those teams into a lobby, I think the style of play is going to change quickly. And with only 3 games in order to figure out where to safely play and stuff like that, I'll be interested to see how these teams adapt to the skill level just really jumping high.
Yeah, that's one thing I can comment on, especially like with I hate going back to my season, but it's just something I relate to. It's going from the open weeks of the like open qualifiers for the championships for me, where Jake and I, we would just semi-W key, we would aim for like 12 to 15 kill wins. And after that, in collegiate championships, it was a whole different level of gameplay. Obviously you have a pro, but that I can say that was one of the sweatiest lobbies I've ever played in. And I've played at FNCS. I've played at FNCS before. FNCS round 2. I almost qualified for round 3. But those lobbies were not stacked, but it's like if you took a fight, they took it smart. They didn't just like fight to fight. Everyone knew what they were doing at least. And it's one of those things you don't really see a lot. And it's one of the things that kind of threw me off, because I remember our first game, I solo clutched the whole entire game to get a 10th place, 0 elim though. And I got to 7th zone, 0 elims, and I only got a top 10. I didn't even get a top 5 or anything. People were playing endgame, people were rotating well. It's just something that you adapt to the meta, yes you could say, and then you also have to adapt to the pressure.
Sure.
Just playing in open weeks, knowing you're qualifying for state finals, at this point, people can just run around, do whatever. But when there's ultimately prizes on the line, for me there was a $5,000 prize pool. For some people that could be life-changing money for college, as college is expensive. Any money matters. Going into the no-build season, I have no clue what we're gonna do. Jake cannot play 3 of the weeks, so I need to find a teammate for it. And no-builds are no-builds. That's Wisconsin Lutheran getting pinched here.
Say we got. I believe this is East Troy too on here, or no? East Troy's the next lobby. Jaden goes down.
Yep. Fortnite Vision picks up Jaden. Feels weird saying Jaden. There's the other Jaden.
Brick Breaker and that was Slinger. So Slinger's kind of in one of those spots. They're sitting at 122 points, so they should be qualified for next week. Just looking at kind of where they are in the current standings, I think they should be okay. The teams that we kind of really need to keep an eye on, Wisconsin Lutheran going down, that's going to be good for some members. Let's see here, Frozone. This is Walden's B team. They're not completely out of it. Oh, and now they're completely out of it because I gave them the old caster curse.
Caster curse happens so much, bro. At the Wisconsin Esports Summit, it just happens. You see it all the time, and I don't say it's a curse. I just say it's like bad luck, because no one can predict the future. Like, oh, they're still in. Next thing you know, they die. Like, oh, they're completely stacked. They're ready to win. Next thing you know, they aren't stacked and get shambles. So, Baggy just jumps in the box there. Different teams. So Baggy's not on his team. There's XD Club and the other team pushing up.
Ooh.
Wait, no, that's not 3 teams. That's what? Huh? Okay, now I'm just confused.
Yeah, it was just the 2 teams there. Baggy Jinkos. So that was Kimberly, was XD Foam, and Hunter going down.
Okay.
This right here, this is Horlick. Getting some eliminations here. Again, as we start to roll into the 4th ring here, everybody's kind of in an interesting spot here. Deadshot Grim, Sin Blossom.
Oh, Mythic Pistol. That's a weird place to put a shield. Oh, never mind. It's not, I guess. It looks like they gotta get into this fight over here as Baggy Jinkos tries jumping in again. I will say, I don't think they're fully thinking when they're going for fights. You see Baggy Jinkos literally jumping in. And it's not a position that you really want to put people in. Like, obviously there's the tactic and use of putting fear into people, to where like they get nervous and then they start playing worse. And I wouldn't say it's ever happened to me, but it's happened to a lot of people who I know. However, there's also a thing called overconfidence, and I think Baggy Jinkos pushing up on people and just jumping in his boxes, using way too many 50-50s, and it'll ultimately cost him sometime either this game or in state championship, which would be horrible to see.
So right now we're taking a look here through Two Rivers, which this should be another team that has qualified for the top 6. Especially with this performance, I think they should be solidifying.
Oh,
wow.
Big shots on the pin now as they push in. Literally push in. This is the #1 team, so if you could... Oh.
Well, Ken Carson goes down too.
Now it's a 2v1. As they seem to pick up... They seem to be going for the double res, I'm assuming. As Fortnite Fish tries to get the... Oh! They get beam from outside zone. Yeah, they seem very congested. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 teams near them. And then there's that one person sitting on the edges of the south part of zone. Harping coming in. Getting them into zone. So they look back for eliminations. Height is still unclaimed. However, I believe whoever the pink team is, they will claim it in half and half.
So that looks to be Shut Monkey over there. Oh, Shut Monkey is solo. We got a orange solo as well. That's also Monkey.
So we have 2 monkeys that are solo.
The one monkey is Kimberly B team.
Fortnite Fish gets an elimination. Reminder that they never got the finish on the pin out, as he got revived by Fortnite Fish, so it still gives them an opportunity to clutch the game.
Alright, Drag King goes down. Woo! Taking some big shots up there, and I think that's Walden now on the high ground. Dragonfire taking that
Elimination on the
50.
Dragonfire. And getting another elimination as Frosters picks one up.
Alright, Shut Monkey. Ooh, taking the elim there.
As it seems to be the trio against 2 solo. You gotta focus Fortnite Fish and Pin out. You see that duo, you know that they're in the lobby dominating. That's the team that you basically just have to spray as they pick up eliminations. So now it's a 2v2v1.
And then Monkey.
Giving Monkey chilling in the bush without anyone seeing. I was about to say, kind of staying back, which is smart. Staggering.
Oh!
Picking up elimination on Monkey. That was a really good flip shot there.
Yeah.
And they build up. Oh.
Fortnite Fish
Gets
real
Fortnite
low.
Fish to 1 HP. I'd start spraying from ahead, whoever Frosters is. Both really low.
Pinno goes
Ends up
down.
getting the knock.
Fortnite Fish one shot. Whoa! Got him.
As Frosters and picks up the elimination. To ultimately get the 17 kill victory royale. That was a really good game.
That was a really good final circle. All right, so let's see here. Let's get the upload going. I'm going to take a quick break here so that way I can focus on getting these updated. We'll be able to go ahead and give you an idea in just a minute if that team or who qualified for next Wednesday's state championship.
I'm gonna be taking a quick break. I'll be back in the call for the 4:15 match, though.
All right, sounds good, Tomb.
You busy right now? I have a quick question.
What's up, Ben?
Okay, so hypothetically,
Mm-hmm.
if you, actually this isn't hypothetical, this is literally my situation.
Okay.
So right now, I am working on driver's ed.
Yep.
And I need to have it, all of it done by the 21st of this month.
Yep.
Which is in 13 days. And I am on week 13 out of 20.
Okay.
And I was a little irresponsible, and I was kind of telling my dad that I was farther along than I am.
Okay.
And technically, if I was going on the same schedule, I'd be doing the final right now.
Okay.
And so that's why I'm here, trying to cram it as much as I can.
Okay.
But I counted like an average time it would take me to finish everything, and it was like 8 hours.
Okay.
And I do not have that much time.
Okay.
So it's either I would try and cram as much as I can in the hour I have until I have to go home, or just admit that I didn't do it. What would you do?
When's your test?
Technically, I should be doing it tonight when I get home at around 5:50.
Is your dad administering the test?
Not really. I mean, he said like, oh, you could come down and sit by me and I could help you, but
I mean, I would just be. The tough thing is going to be to say is that, Dad, I'm actually struggling. I'm further behind than I said that I was. I'm not ready for this test.
okay.
I need more time to prepare. And I would say if you have until the 21st of this month,
Yes.
then you have 13 days. You have Monday off, Monday before a brand new try.
Right.
So you may not have much fun on Monday, but you can tell your dad, I have Monday off. I'm going to get a lot of stuff done. I promise.
But it's also driver's ed.
Yep.
Is like a little different, but yeah, okay.
Yeah. I hear you, but I would be honest. I know it's not always easy to be honest, but I would, if your dad is the one paying for this, I would also, as a parent, be like, I want to ensure that you're passing and not wasting my money in an attempt. You know what I mean?
Right. And also, the other thing is that you can't take the test until you've done all the things.
Okay.
So
So yeah.
I couldn't be underprepared because I couldn't be.
Yeah, I would just be completely honest and just own up.
Okay.
That's what I would do. Dig and Bochamp. Really? Oh. All right. Well, sorry that everybody got to hear my advice there. I thought I muted my microphone, but apparently my input was wrong. So we have our top 6, and they are as follows. In first place, qualifying for next week, we got Walden A with 305 points. Wisconsin Lutheran in second place with 192 points. In third place, Two Rivers with 174 points. In fourth place, Slinger with 139 points. Bigfoot qualifies with 127 points. And Bayport holds on by 3 points with 104 to qualify for next week's top 6 advancing to the state championship. So next week, we will have the top 30 teams from all pools participating. So congratulations to these teams here that will be advancing to next Wednesday's at 4:15 state championship. So they join the 6 teams from our Tuesday night pool in next week's state championship. And then focusing on our next pool here, we do have it open. It is available. You can find the game day code on the game day procedures. You can also find it in the announcements channel on Discord. So I am keeping this open. I have not seen anything from my email. I do not see anything from Discord. So I am assuming that we will be starting on time today. All right, so with our 415 group, again, the lobby code is available on the game day procedures. It is also available on the announcements channel in Discord. Looking at the 415 lobby here, the top 6 that we're looking for, we got Racine Case in first by 7 points over East Troy. East Troy's in second with 217. Pius 11 at 199. Case's B team with 179. Waukesha South with 151. Wisconsin Lutheran holding on to the 6th and final spot by 10 points over Bayport. And let's not count out Sheboygan North is about 19 points outside. So really good showings from Sheboygan North or Bayport could slingshot them up into the top 6. A little bit ways down there, and again, I think 50 points would be difficult to go ahead and make up, but we could see Bruce or even Case's C team maybe getting enough points. I would say that's an extreme outlier possibility, but never say never. So we got 42 teams in the lobby. I don't, again, see anything in the Fortnite server. And And I don't see anybody emailing me saying, hey, we're getting the matchmaking lobby code. So that means that we are going to go ahead and get started right now. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close out of some of my additional windows that we don't need. I see we got 45, so let's go ahead. Let's get it started. I'm going to go ahead and call our friend Tomb back up.
Oh, I'm back.
Welcome back, Tomb.
Are there 43 people in there? Yep. Match kicks off. We seem to have a few more people drop south map than normal. Obviously, with Hammers out of the game now, that's a big change. I don't know if you know that. Hammers got vaulted yesterday.
I did not.
So, well, that's why we saw no Hammers in the game previously, but Hammers did get vaulted. So, that also makes all the Hammer landing spots very useless. And it's just loot and metal over Hammers now, since there are no Hammers. So, Hammers got vaulted, so did, what's it call it? The Slurp Juice. So, yeah, that's something I pay attention for, is how people can adapt with no Hammers. You'll see certain people who have played endgames before without Hammers do well. Focus rotate to know how to rotate. Height is going to be even more important. Oh, as Steam picks up an elimination on a loaf of bread. Never thought I'd be saying that. Oh, she gets a knock on the Sab.
I think it's Saber Drippy.
Saber Drip. Okay. I wish I had like a pronunciation sheet. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, there's times to where I say that quite often to myself. Hunting down the limb here.
yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, there's some teams who have played endgame before, and without a hammer, and those teams will probably prosper. You'll see early rotations probably more today, as well as you will also most likely see height being even bigger of an importance, because no one can take height from you, basically. At least hammer. No one can hammer up and take height, I should say. So there are ways to get height, sneak up behind, take high ground, etc. But those would be only like the smarter teams in the late game if you see height being shambles. So a lot of teams can probably hold height most of the end game today, if there is an end game. But yeah, I am looking forward to state finals. I think not the meta, but I think just the pressure will get to some people, and the pressure will ultimately change the way people play, because they're playing for a title. You want to be the one to say, "Oh yeah, I won state for our school. Like this is why we are here."
So how would you approach? So it's a best of 3, right? So it's after 3 matches. Would you drop same spot 3 times in a row, or if you get cooked on the first drop, do you look to drop somewhere else?
A lot of this is consistency. That is one thing to say, and I believe it's 25 points for a win in this league, if I'm correct.
Correct.
So it's still placement based, but a bit more like elims do play a factor. So you will see teams thinking, "Oh, if I drop a 20 bomb, we win." Realistically, if they drop a 20 bomb but have 2 bad games, or they get like 15th with 5 elims. That's not gonna get them anywhere.
Right.
I would say, from a competitive standpoint, and something I always do, I always say master one drop spot. If you can become the best person at one drop spot, no one will be able to stop you. You'll know how to outdrop them, loot efficiently. You'll know rotates. You know where everyone could be or could come into. It's something that you only see at pros because they're the only ones who actually like, master drop spots because they kind of have to. But yeah, that's what I would say.
I mean,
Like Jacob.
to that point too, I'm usually somebody, like, especially like when I play Apex, I'm all about like dropping outside of a hot zone and rotating in. And,
I get that.
and that's just usually how I play it, just because I know mechanically I'm not the best, but I can pretty much mop up on the end of on a like third party somebody and try to mop up, but I'm not great at all of a sudden there's 10 teams around me and then we're in this like gunfire battle. I'd much rather slowly and methodically pick people apart. So
Yeah, I would still say at least give advice to most teams. Land one spot. Obviously, if like you're getting contested and you're losing, the fight's getting contested. That's different. Try and switch up to a different spot. But if you're uncontested, most of the time you'll be fine. And if you end up dying mid-game, it's just you have to switch up your rotations. I always have at least. This is gonna sound overboard, but from a person who just semi-grinds the game, I guess. I always have like 5 different rotations I could do. For if there's Storm Surge, which probably won't take a part of the game in state, but if Storm Surge is a factor, I have that, and also just knowing where teams are coming out of. That's one thing about landing at a drop spot is, yes, knowing your drop spot as well, but knowing your surroundings is even more important. Because let's say for Anvil, as a matter of fact, there's 2 drop spots that could really kind of pinch you there. There's that 3-house hammer drop spot a bit north of it, and that is where you will see most teams just come and trying third-party anvils to finish up the kills in, I don't know, the center of the map.
are you talking like right here?
Yeah, that
Okay.
spot, and then also at least I rotate to anvil from the 4-house. So you see like the light purple team up north. Yeah, I land at those 4 houses. There's 2 hammer chests there, and then there's also hammer chests at the beach, and we just like rotate through there and pick up hammer chests. It's a good rotate, and that's where I land. But I know my routes from there. I know if I need eliminations, I can just go breakwater most of the time. So what I'm looking forward to is seeing a lot more strategy, at least in state finals, rather than just kids. Oh, this seems like a team we could fight, and then fight them.
So I think you and I play the same type of way then, because when I do get a chance to play Fortnite, I usually drop in those same houses outside and look to rotate in. I think if I see too much action happening, then I can easily start to rotate over to like Brutal Bastion instead.
Yeah. This isn't looking good. Yeah. Rudy Gaming and Steam Statue end up getting taken out by what looked like Kilo, right? Yeah, Kilo's team, Wisconsin Lutheran. And I believe that they're on the cusp of qualing, right?
They are. Wisconsin Lutheran is currently sitting on the 6th spot with 132
who's behind them?
points. Bayport is at 122 points.
Bayport. Are they still alive? That's a better question.
Bayport is Wild Carp and Daily Lee. So let's take a look here.
Yep. They're still alive. Oh, they're also... Oh. This is going to be a great fight.
So winner of this fight could potentially
Well,
then move on to state.
The winner of this fight will determine... not really. Because Wildcarp still has to get a few more points. But if they do fight, if Wildcarp dies, they don't go to state. That's basically... And it's not looking good. best for them. Gura Sleepy taking some damage. And getting high ground.
They are not being pressured though by the Wisconsin Lutheran team. They're being pressured by, I believe, like a solo.
Was that a solo?
I think so.
See, this is a bad spot to be. You have a team rotating from south, team north, and team right underneath.
And now here
you.
comes Pius behind.
Pius, yeah. I think Pius's big threat is Kilo's team. I think they're gonna look to take him out because Kilo, obviously, he's always the placement warrior as a solo, and he could just get annoying at times. Not saying that
Yeah.
like having an annoying playstyle sometimes. I'm not saying it's a bad playstyle and it works for him. I'm just saying it's like from perspective of other people playing, like getting beaten by a solo can be really mentally deteriorating. As Pius dropping person already.
So there's one member left in here. Two. There are two members.
It's a 2v2. Not a smart play. It's gonna cost him probably. Oh,
Yep. This
so
is
now
what
it's a
I would
1v.
do.
Oh, this is where Kilo comes in. Oh, Zero doing some damage though.
Oh yeah, very low on materials here too.
You switch over to Zero's perspective. I want to see him 1v3. YouTube Zero LOL right up there. Above. Yeah, there's someone blasting Sweet Caroline outside my room. Okay.
That's a very Wisconsin thing to do.
Oh, big shots onto Zero. He backs up. Doing a good job of disengaging, but not going to be enough as Kilo and them seem to be slowly securing their spot. As Case High School seem to have just trio wiped.
Alright, so here's the last member alive for Bayport. Saber Drippy and team were able to go ahead and get red.
Yep.
Unfortunately, not able to go ahead and defend off this Case team.
Case team is always consistent. You'll see them getting constant 8+ kill top 3s. I don't think they've gone below a top 5. As this is Case B team? Oh no. Case has too many teams.
Yeah, I believe this is Case's B team. Yep. Confirmed. I'm saying, I know they're not alone here.
Wait a second, is this just me? Why is this popping? I'm struggling on my own laptop now. I'm back.
Okay.
We're all good. Case High School's about to get pushed up on.
Meanwhile, we got Nuggy,
Are they all in one cone?
Nuggy, Chalky Num Nums, and CJ Creative. This is Waukesha South team holding up the fort.
A CHS team getting picked off. Jaden also getting picked off here. Okay, so for the CHS team, it's CHS against CHS. Okay, so the Case A team just cleaned up the Case B team, it looked like. And Wisconsin Lutheran was that? Yeah, cleaned up Jaden and them. Jaden seems like they're still trying to be over aggressive. One thing I want them to, I've been trying to get them to fix most of the season by casting, but that's one thing I want them to fix, because I feel like Jaden's team, if they slow down, they could dominate endgame and find a lot of frags like that. Okay, you see Case's another team coming in. Shield cracks onto Nom Nom. As they look to push this team.
Well, they know they got him trapped in there.
Yeah, and they have to get out some way. Oh. Where are they getting shot from? Oh, they're getting third partied. I don't think they noticed that as Kilo starts rolling up.
Oh, and Lazy Espinoza here with no minis for shields.
And Riley also doesn't have shield. 2 shotguns though. That's something you don't see a lot. Combat is good. Combat. I like the combat, but I don't like the combat. I like the combat because I always feel like I can do well with it. Don't like the combat because it never deals the damage you want. Yeah, looks like Kilo's team's gonna push up here. Looking to clean them up. One person pushing this wall, I'd try and full box that person if I was them. If you see one person pushing a wall, 3 against 1, those are the odds you want to take. In these fights, you really want to try and solo a person out, because that's how you get the big numbers advantage. In duos, what I would do is I'd try and bait a team on a wall, or bait a kid to jump down on a wall. And then I just immediately full box him, and then my duo and I would just double pressure. You can't kill both of us. Or if you
Rings
can,
coming in.
okay, rotations as they're looking to rotate out. You don't
Case
see
B
that other...
team down at the bottom of that valley.
No, like, that's no. This is.
Or no, that's Waukesha South, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a Case B team.
Sorry.
The other Case team seems to be chilling in zone, having fun. There's only 18 left. Where are the other people? Oh, they're probably on the other side of the zone. Okay, as Case 18 starts throwing up the third parties. Good job by CJLS at moving out and making new boxes. Here are all the other people. Not looking too good for blood drop. He needs to rotate. 49 builds to his name and minis. Half and half pulled. I would really be expecting people to go to half and half immediately, especially with little to no rotation in the game. 3v2 for that. As they pick up a quick knock. Do they still not realize the person? No bush. It looks like Casey's 18 picked up a kill on the other person. As they launch pad that half and half, and I'm assuming claiming height. They have to rotate to the zone. But not before they probably pick up these 3 eliminations. As they do. So you can rough rotate the zone for them as they end up taking down one of Wisconsin Lutheran's teammates, and now it's a 3v2. Well, as they look to ship off on Kilo's shield. Nom Nom launches it.
Chalky Nom Nom going down.
I love that dude. Picking up what seems to be some materials. Still having plenty of materials left. That's just a bigger refresh. Give him almost max mats. Pushing into zone. Seems like they'll get there in time. Sleepy is somewhere. Oh, he's semi-close. Okay. I don't understand why people hold the equal. I guess they mark equal, but what else do they do? Euro Sleepy takes out Nuggy. Now it's a 3v2. Case A-Team High School against Kilo on the high ground. See, this is going to be hard now because without hammers, they can't fully do much. If I was the Case team, I wouldn't peek as they peek. Okay. Casters first.
I
As
mean,
we were saying.
It's a 1v3 at this point.
2v3.
Well, it's... Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Now it's a 1v3.
Oh, now it's a 1v3. They're just gonna... They're gonna spray. Hello. Oh, he's gonna die to zone. He doesn't have a hammer to get out. Not looking too good. Put some damage up. Looking to get high ground. Not as Case puts up... That's 9. 14 elimination win.
Alright, so GG to Case. So let's go ahead. Let's start running the numbers here.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead. We got to update the form. Alright, I'm guessing this one should go pretty quick, so I'm going to make sure that I do it actually before I head home.
I think that's Case's team wins the regular season. Because I was pretty sure it was between Case's A team and B team. I can't remember though. I haven't casted in a week.
Well, let's see here. We'll open in Google Sheets. So we had 15 teams in that lobby. Drop it in here. Let's go through. Let's see what we need to do. So rewind is me. All right, so Case with first place. In sixth place is Case's B team for the week.
Okay.
Let's see here. And 11th was Pius for the week. In third place, we had Waukesha South. So that was Nuggy and Chalky Num Nums. Which, kudos to South, because I think Chalky Num Num is my favorite name with
Yeah, I was gonna say it.
with Whitney
By far.
Houston as a close second.
Yeah, Chalky Num Nums. I can't wait to caster him in finals. That's gonna. When I get my full caster's game face and caster's voice on, Chalky Num Nums will be up there a lot.
East Troy took 7th in the lobby. Whitefish Bay took 10th. That was Saber Drippy and Company. Let's see here. In 9th place was Bayport. So that was Wild Carp, Daily Lee, and Govzi. In 4th place, we had Lancaster B. That was Depressed Ghosty, Hard Rock Arrow, and Meyer. In 14th, we had GS Parker. Zoom on YouTube. They dropped as a duo. Let's see here. In 13th, we had Port Washington for the week. In 15th was Watoma. In 5th place, we had Fox Valley. That's Blood Drippy. Or Blood Drop, sorry. And let's see here. In 12th place, we had Bruce. And then, let's see here, Kilos team. And then cases. And then Case's C team finished in 8th place this week.
That's good.
So I believe that is everybody. Which means, let me go ahead, I'll move this into a correct spot here and unveil.
By the way.
Uh,
Ooh.
Hold
Case
on.
A team,
Why is that
263
not showing
points. It's showing up on stream. Oh, on my
on
screen.
yours, but my window capture is not working. So let me real quick add a new source, and then we'll go here. So our top 6, we have Racine Case A team with 263, East Troy 236, Pius 11 with 213. Case's B team falls to 4th with 196. Waukesha South in 5th with 171. And Wisconsin Lutheran holds on with 166 points in order to qualify. Bayport had what appears to be a rough round, and that's a 30-point gap between 6th and 7th spot. So we now have 18 teams qualified for next week's championship, starting next Wednesday on the 15th at 4:15.
Only looking for more. Only looking for more teams, obviously, coming with the 2 matches coming tomorrow.
Correct. So tomorrow
we did get lucky with the season getting moved back. I just realized.
We could be looking at tomorrow. Let's see here if we go to our standings. Tomorrow we are looking to go ahead for the 3:30 lobby. We got Wisconsin Lutheran, East Troy, Kimberly F, Williams Bay, Kimberly E, and Williams Bay. Could be looking to go ahead and get those next 6 in. We'll see if Williams Bay is able to hold on to that 6th and final spot over Port Washington. And then the 4:15 lobby, we got Oak Creek, Watertown B, Bayport, Bonduel, Racine Horlick and Freedom as our top 6. Lancaster is 9 points away from that 6th seed. Southwest is 10 points away from the 6th seed. So this pool has a lot up for grabs tomorrow as well. So
Yeah, it does. I was wondering, you don't have to say it. We could maybe get the captain of the Case A team in here for a quick interview.
I actually have to get running to go get the dog because I also have another meeting tonight. So unfortunately, next week I'll see what I can do for the state championship.
Yeah, of course.
So
Nice talking to you, and I'll see you tomorrow, Mike.
all right, have a good night, Toom. See you tomorrow.